Here I am in the workshop and I am prepping the head to go back onto the car. So I've had a good look at the head. It's quite a new head, so I'm not going to send it away to an engineering workshop to have this face skimmed. Didn't need it. So what I do instead at this moment is face the head, which is this face here, using my trusty oil stone with a thin machine oil, which I've coated this with. I then do about 1,000 rotations of different movements like this all over the face until it's completely clean and smooth of any deposits and carbon. So I've done this already, so I'm just showing you how to do it. For those would be for half an hour. Once that's clean, I then check the face using not a steel rule, but a flat ruler, as flat as you can get it, and a 3/1000 feeler gauge. And then you check the face all the way along. Make sure the tolerance on the face, there you go, is less than 3/1000, which I've already done, so I know this is good to go. So I'll give that a good clean, finish off cleaning in here, and as you can see, this is the inside of the combustion chamber in the engine, and you can see the valves. You can clearly see the intake valves and the exhaust valves by the amount of carbon on the exhaust valve. So you can see this is number one. No, it's not number one. That's number four. Number four. There's your exhaust valve. And there's your intake valve. The carbon deposit is mostly on the exhaust valve because it burns hotter. And number three is the hottest pot. And it's the hottest pot because as the water comes into the head, it comes into here. So the coolest water enters the head here. And that's number one. Number two. By the time it gets to number three, it's hot. And also there's a fan at the front of the engine which cools this end, and this end is the end of the block which is exposed to the cool air. So that's cool. So number three, exhaust valve. I think you can see the evidence on it here. Tends to be the worst and hottest valve. And if you're going to get a valve go, it tends to be that one there. So keep an eye on that. When you take your head off, give it a good clean, decoke it. When you've decoked all that face and cleaned that up, you go to the manifold end here. So when we get to the manifold here, this is the manifold where the manifold connects to the head. You need to clean all the faces here, use a very fine wet and dry, and then I tend to grease the surface very lightly with a finger of grease all the way along and stick the manifold gasket to it, and then take it back to the car to be refitted. And let's have a look at the top of the head. So here's the top of the head. So when you're carrying the head, these look like great handles. Leave them alone because they're on quite small studs and you'll disturb the seal. So carry it sideways like that, or with your hands underneath. So you can see there's the main studs for the rockers, and here the springs with the spring clips on top, and that's where your valves sit underneath, and they get pushed up and down by the rockers, and that's what opens and closes the valves. And it's ready to go back on the car. A bit more cleaning and we'll refit it.